just like how God is shaping you right now. It's not obvious. I don't think it makes any sense, and sometimes I feel it, bro. Like, it's just confusing, and it's like, why would you put me through this? Or why, God, do you allow for these things to happen to me, or whatever it is? And sometimes, man, it's just, you don't know the end product. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? It's like, you don't really know what the actual shape of yourself is going to be. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the clay and God is shaping you, it's hard. It's hard to know what that final image of you is going to look like at the end. We're going to be talking about, it's a sermon that actually took place in my church a couple weeks ago, but yeah, some of these sermons I just kind of keep in the back of my head, and because they mean a lot. Some of the sermons really do hit, But and basically in this sermon, the idea was that God is making everything new. And I've said this in a couple other videos too, but our timing is not God's timing. And I think that there's always this effect going on where, like, the wheel is always turning. And what I mean by that is, like, there's always this perpetual change where God is always trying to make something new again. This kind of process it's like lifetime. Say you're in a bad season and it's lasting a couple of months, and it honestly probably feels like an eternity. The thing is, man, is that it's like, in the grand scheme of things, it's just such a short-term amount of time, And it's difficult because when you're in the moment and when you're going through it, it's hard to zoom out because life might suck at the moment. Because the circumstances might be, really unfortunate, or maybe you're just not seeing the results that you want. But it's almost like God allows a lifetime amount of time to renew your mind and to renew your heart. And so what is a couple of months in the scheme of 80 years or something, whatever the average life expectancy is these days. I don't know what it is. I think it's like slowly increasing. I'm not really even sure, but yeah, man, God is making everything new. I think one of the coolest examples in the Bible, and I forget what verse it is, but I can put that up on the screen, is the parable, or the analogy of the potter and the clay. You guys ever seen those people work, by the way? The people that shape the clay. You ever see them work? It's actually really cool. It's super interesting. It's like this really cool art form where, they're using their fingers and they're using their hands in a really precise way, and the piece of clay is constantly spinning. You guys know what I'm talking about. The shapes that are created are not really intuitively obvious, if that makes any sense. Sorry, there's a lot of sun in my eyes, so I can't see anything. That's great. They do it in a way where it's almost like some of the shapes that they can get out of it, you almost don't really even exactly know what type of orientation, like how the shape is coming about, until enough time had been passed for it to be, for the thing to keep spinning, until you see it shape into the way that they want, And it's not obvious at first. And even when you think that the shape is complete, they might change the way they orient their hands. They maybe add another kind of like curvature or shape to it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to describe, but I think it's actually such a perfect analogy, because it's just like in modern day, man. It's just like how God is shaping you right now. It's not obvious. I don't think it makes any sense, and sometimes I feel it, bro. Like, it's just confusing, and it's like, why would you put me through this? Or why, God, do you allow for these things to happen to me or whatever it is. And sometimes, man, it's just, you don't know the end product. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? It's like, you don't really know what the actual shape of yourself is gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the clay and God is shaping you, it's hard. It's hard to know what that final image of you is going to look like at the end. We're gonna keep going with this analogy, but it's like as if, it's like you're the clay and your life is like the spinning motion of it. And so it's like, you don't know how many rotations it's gonna take for your heart or your mind to be shaped in a certain way. Does that make sense? I hope I explained that right. I'm driving right now, but it's like, oh, taking my hands off the wheel, but you know what? God's got you. Don't take your hands off the wheel when you're actually driving, you know, just, I'm just saying that for the theatrics of it or whatever, but it's like, it's just one of those things about relinquishing control, you know? Let God shape you, man. He knows you better than you know you. God is making everything new. God, and right when you think that something is complete in your life, guess what, bro? Something new is about to start, you know, and that's just sort of the ebb and flows of it. And even when you think something is complete, it might not be fully complete, you know? Maybe there's another little bit of curvature to add on the pot, you know, or whatever the clay structure is gonna be, you know? And if you guys think I'm ugly, fat, or stupid, or I'm like attacking you or anything, if you wanna leave any comment in any capacity, that would be much appreciated. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.